Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
So, if you've been a regular listener of this channel, which is probably two of my friends, you know how I have been debating about the point of this and why should I do it in the first place, and if people find it important enough or interesting enough or comforting enough to give attention to this whole thing in the first place, because there's enough things trying to grab their attention, and what is it that I'm doing? So, what's the whole point of it? And finally, I've come to the conclusion that there are some things in life you just do because it makes you feel good. This makes me feel good, and that should be enough of a reason for me to pursue it and hope that that feeling is transferred to the person who listens to this, maybe. And that too is a good enough reason. I feel we attach so much pressure and worth to wherever our time goes and whatever we do, that we want some kind of output to it in terms of the views that you're generating or the kind of money you are making or the kind of engagement you are getting from the whole thing. And then you start to feel like if you are not generating the traditional sort of output, then why are you even doing in the first place? So I do not start with that mindset, and I don't think I will be continuing with that mindset. The only reason why I do it is primarily the feeling that it brings to me, and how good it feels to share these thoughts in the first place. It might not change the world, it might not garner me the kind of views and engagement other people do, it might not land me life changing opportunities. Yeah, none of the traditional things might happen, but I'll still continue to do it because this is my way of occupying my space in this world. And yeah, when I did discover meditation, and that helped me feel like I was working on myself internally, I wanted something to balance it out on the material level as well. कि ये तो मैंने फिगर आउट कर लिया कि कौन सी चीज है जो मुझे अंदर से खुद का ध्यान रखने के लिए हेल्प करती है एंड हेल्प्स मी कनेक्ट विथ माई सेल्फ. So my internal world is taken care of. Now, what about my external world? Because I want a good balance between both of them. And I just feel, for the most part, we have this, या तो सिर्फ external world पे focus हो रहा है, or if we are even focusing on the internal one, it's hardly like 1% of our day. And हाँ, वो चीज़ को उतना नहीं मिलता है. So I always wanted to have that perfect sort of a balance. And even when I was meditating, it did not make me feel full, because I knew कि ये सिर्फ, this is just half the journey. The other half is to me, for me to be able to share my ideas with the world, my creativity with the world, my thoughts with the world, and why it matters to me, why this experience taught me something, and how I feel about it. All of that should be a good enough reason. You don't always have to think of it in terms of क्या logically acceptable है. So, yeah, now I feel a lot more comfortable in the sense that this feels good to me, and I can only hope for the same feeling to arise in someone who comes across my content. And yeah, when it also, what also helped me was when I consume good content myself, and when it comes to creative kind of vocations, the more I listen to music and the movies that I watch or the YouTube videos that I see or the books that I read, I see the amount of impact it has on my mood. And that definitely is a, yeah, very integral part of my life. If it wasn't for these beautiful things that other humans have created, I wouldn't feel as alive and as uplifted as I do after I consume their stuff. So, yeah, that helps me bring perspective to what I do as well. I wouldn't call it work, I wouldn't call it some masterful creation, but at least I can associate it to a feeling, and that feeling is enough for me to keep going and wanting others to experience the same through my life. And it's completely for free. मैं किसी का बिगाड़ नहीं रही हूँ कुछ. I am not trying to ruin someone's life, and I'm not on an agenda, or I'm not trying to mint something out of this. So why should I feel the need to justify how every video should be, why I. Yeah, so I don't get too much into the details. I just focus on the feeling and let that feeling guide me. So, yeah, it has been something that bugged me for a long time. And now I have some clarity on it. I always felt stuck in the sense of I'm not providing enough value, I'm so repetitive, and this and that, but I just want to get over it once and for all. And every time I feel this way, I can come back to this audio and be like, you know what, it's fine, you're doing enough. तुमने वीक में या फिर दिन में 15 मिनट का एक ऑडियो बना के यू ऐसा नहीं हो रहा कि योर टाइम इज गेटिंग वेस्टेड. इट इज producing an absolutely beautiful feeling out of you, and you feel better after doing it. You feel like you are contributing in some way, even if it's like 0.0001%. That is still a contribution. And yeah, as I was mentioning, internally to मैं काम कर रही थी, but since I was not doing something on the material level, even that was bugging me and making me feel like there is so much that goes on in my head. There is so much change that I want to see, but I'm not doing anything about it. And I want to take the smallest step possible right now in this moment. And that is easy to do. That comes naturally to me as well. And like something on my end, something or the other, where I don't have any excuses. I'm not involved with any kind of. I don't have restrictions of environment or I have to report to someone. वो वैसी कोई चीज़ नहीं है. मैं अपने फ्रीडम में अपने तरीके से क्या कर सकती हूँ over and over again for not just my sake, but also for like on the bigger, meaningful kind of a way. So yeah, now I feel like there is some action that I'm taking on material level as well. And that calms me down and that makes me feel like at least I've started, at least I'm working on something. Varna, pehle it was so difficult for me to forgive myself or be okay about not taking action materially. So, yeah, because I knew for anything to come in my reality or for things to change, I will have to take informed action. Pehle to I could not take intentional informed action, so that was a problem. And after that, I had to make that decision of how long am I going to wait, and is it just me trying to feel ready or being perfect that someday I will find my ikigai or my spot and then I'll start? Or is it the fear of failure? What is it that is going wrong? So, will I ever feel prepared enough to take the first step? So, I had to like fight those thoughts and be like, I want to do something right now that brings peace to me and, yeah, does not make me feel like I am not doing anything at all to work towards my dreams. So, yeah, I had to take that decision. And I am glad I did because, oh my God, I am close to almost 90 videos at this point. it will be 100 after 10 more. And I can't believe it. I still just processing the whole thing. And yeah, of course, it's not like the best creation out there, as I mentioned, but it is still something for me, something that I can call mine, something that I have poured my heart into, something that is genuine to me, something I care about, something that has helped me in my own life, something that has brought me comfort, hope, and joy. And I just want to share that feeling with others who might be going through the same things that I have in my life, because I know I'm definitely not alone thinking about these thoughts and emotions and feelings that all of us face on a daily basis. So, yeah, just wanted to give words to those thoughts and vocalize it for all of you. So, yeah, this reason, this is good enough for me. And that's what I want to stick to. And for everyone who feels like they're not as skillful or the world might not be interested in giving attention to them, for once, just think of yourself and your joy as well. Some things are not meant to be done for a definite output. It needs to be done for you to feel at peace with yourself, for you to feel like you are advancing towards your dreams and towards a mission that you genuinely care for, और तुम्हारे एंड से जितना हो रहा है वो तुम कर रहे हो. But unless you don't put something out in the universe, you can't expect the universe to work for you. So, yeah, make sure that you are taking some or the other step, the easiest, the natural step that comes to you without any judgment, and let the course decide itself. But yeah, at least give it a try. You owe it to yourself. And if I could come this far, I'm pretty sure anyone who does not like videos, who is not into short form content, who does not like surface level things, who is an introvert, who has been struggling to find themselves, which I know are a lot of people, you can get started and you can get going. You're just one action away. And yeah, all of the things that I mentioned 2 seconds ago are me. I am the introvert. I am the, the person who can't, yeah, make videos of herself. And like, I had every possible reason to not go ahead with this thing, but I didn't. So, yeah, at some point, you really have to get out of your own way. And yeah, there's it. Do something on an internal level to change your world, and do something on the outside as well, on the material plane, and have a good balance between both. That is something I'll say. And of course, internal will come first for me, because I genuinely feel when I did not have that love within myself, I could not see it anywhere around me. When I felt ugly from within, everything on the outside looked ugly, and I could only find flaws in everything around me. But the moment I started cultivating love within myself through meditation and reading and habit building, I was able to see love all around me and experience only the happiness and joy that comes from living, yeah, out of love. So, yeah, it's beautiful to live this way. And again, don't, it's also, I know it's scary when everything you've tried and ended up failing at, and then trying a new venture or a thing can feel like I'm okay with putting my time into something, but I don't know if it will pan out into a legitimate thing. Mm, I just ask myself, do I feel like I wasted my time when I'm doing the thing? if that is not the case, then I've not lost any time. I enjoy every single second of these audios, and I am okay if there is no outcome coming out like out of this. But this is time well spent for me because this is something I can look back on, something I can gain inspiration from, something I feel really close to, something that has brought so much change in me. So it is already something जिससे मेरा टाइम अच्छा जा रहा है. Like I feel the value that I'm getting out of it. And that doesn't have to be external always. That is something that I'm gaining personally as well. So, yeah, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time doing it. So, as long as I'm enjoying every second of it, it's time well spent. So, one is that. दूसरा मेरा major block was I wanted to only live as per my intuition. और मुझे ऐसे कुछ फ़ील हुआ, भगवान मुझे सिग्नल देंगे तो मैं उस चीज़ के साथ आगे बढ़ूँगी, बाकी मैं किसी चीज़ में अपनी जी जान नहीं डालने वाली। ऐसा मुझे लगा काफ़ी टाइम तक, बट देन आई वाज़ लाइक जब तक मैं एक्शन नहीं लूँगी, कुछ नहीं समझने वाला है मुझे। एंड आई डोंट नो व्हेन माय इंट्यूशन विल बी डेवलप्ड टू अ लेवल वेयर आई कैन टेक एवरी डिसीजन ऑन ऑफ माय लाइफ based off it. So yeah, since I'm still a beginner and learning things, I can't expect to have developed my intuition that well कि मैं सारे actions उसके हिसाब से ले सकूं, and that shouldn't become an excuse to not taking any action at all. So that is also not क्या बोलते हैं appreciated. You need to put the cause and effect and karma and bring all of those things into picture to see real results coming in. So anyway, I think that is pretty much it. Very mixed and over the क्या बोलते हैं going into all directions kind of a video का मैं बोल रही हूँ audio. I just feel like I keep getting confused between one or two concepts, and then I don't want कि it sounds like something I wanted to मतलब मैं सोच कुछ रही थी और मैंने बोल कुछ दिया, वैसा होता नहीं है usually, but it is a things getting misinterpreted is a huge possibility online. But yeah, hopefully if you have been a regular listener, you would know where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say, hopefully, and you get it. You get it somehow. So yeah, just hoping for that. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.
Free audio post production by alphonic.com.